Hello, everybody. It is Monday, February 19th. It is President's Day, so I'm hoping that at least some of you had the day off from work. So it's about 7 o'clock. I have fed Grandma and I dinner. We ate that glorious chicken and wild rice soup that I made yesterday, and we also had some homemade bread today. And we're doing great. So I found my hat. Remember, I was fussing yesterday. I couldn't find my hat, or maybe it was this morning. I don't know, but I found it. So now I'm happy. So here's what's going on. I have to mail a package to my husband tomorrow. He's got some medications that came into our pharmacy here, and I need to grab them and ship them over to New Mexico. But I am not the kind of girl who just wants to ship my yummy, yummy, yummy cupcake of a husband just his medications. Okay? No. So he is having the big job of getting our house there emptied and sold and all of our furniture packed and all of that. And though I did a lot of that before I came up here to Washington, there was still a lot for him to do. So we are going to bake my honey bunny some cookies. Now, I have 3, possibly 4 things in mind, but there is no guarantee that we're going to get that far. It just depends on, what this girl can do. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make 7-layer bars. And I have to alter that recipe a little bit, so I'll share that with you. Then we are going to make my glorious, seriously, my glorious, glorious lemon bars. And every time I make something that's so good, I always tell you guys, that's how I got my husband, right? Okay, I think I told you the story about the oatmeal cookies. I think I told you another story. And today I'm not going to tell you a story, but I'm going to say that my husband certainly, loves this girl for her lemon bars. And so we're going to make a batch of that. I'm going to be doing those in small pans, and I'll be making one recipe, but I'll be dividing it between 2 8x8 pans. So I'm going to ship one of those each to my husband and to my uncle, who is coming next week. I think I've talked about him before. My wonderful Uncle Terry, who I love to the ends of the earth and back, and his wife Sherry are coming up to see Grandma. Grandma is Uncle Terry's stepmom. So I'm going to put 2, the lemon bars and one of these things, in the freezer for Uncle Terry. One of them I have to modify a little bit if I remember, because he doesn't like nuts. What is that about, Uncle? Uncle, what is that about? Then I really want to make brown butter chocolate chip cookies. I don't know. It's 7 o'clock. Is my insomnia going to allow me to stay in the kitchen a long time? People, I just don't know. My husband loves those too. My uncle will like them if I don't put nuts in them. And the 4th thing, I was laying in bed last night, of all things, trying to think about what to do with all those stinking almonds that I have. And you guys have given me a couple of ideas. One of you said that she grinds them up and puts them into other things, and I can add, a tablespoon or 2 into things that I make for Grandma, like smoothies and whatnot. And that was a great idea. The other one was I could candy the almonds, and I love that idea. But I have tried to candy almonds before, and it was a fail. It was such a fail. I ended up having to feed them to my crows, and all I can say, it was an embarrassing fail. Although, if I was doing this at the time, I think that I would have shared that with you, because failing is just a part of life, right? Things don't always turn out perfect. So if any of you lovelies are watching and you have a tried and true recipe for the candied almonds, I would love for you to send it to me. I am going to include my email in the description of these notes, so you can reach out to me via email. I'm also going to get a P.O. box. And the P.O. box, I really only want for one reason, okay? I do not want anything from you guys. Nothing, all right? I have absolutely everything that I want and need, all right? I don't want anything from you guys. I want you to come here. I want you to enjoy yourselves. I want you to have a little bit of fun. I want you to feel good about yourselves. I want you to like me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't want anything from you. But I am getting a ton of comments about how sweet you guys think Grandma is. And she is absolutely adorable. So I'm going to get a P.O. box probably tomorrow when I go to the post office to mail these boxes. And I'll include it in one of the upcoming notes sections. And if you guys feel like it, you can send little cards to Grandma and she can put them on her closet door. And then I will do little episodes of what Grandma gets in the mail and I will read those cards and whatever, if you don't want your name said, you can just say, don't say my name, or you can just use your username where you're not identified, or I don't have to say the name at all. I can say, these are the cards I got for Grandma, and we'll let Grandma open them and put them on her closet door. Okay, so I want to be really, really clear. You guys are lovely, and I like you so much. I love that you show up for my videos. Because I give you my address, though, I do not want anything from you guys. Okay? Nothing. Just show up and have some fun with me. All right? Give me some grief about the things that I burn or the things that fall on the floor or the fact that I'm wearing my flannel pajama bottoms 5 days in a row. Actually, I do have those on. Okay? So enough of that. We're going to make 7-layer bars. We're going to make lemon bars. We want to make the brown butter chocolate chip cookies. And then I want to make this lemon shortbread with almonds in it. Okay. All right. As far as collateral noise goes, my roosters are all tucked into bed. They were little today. Grandma was absolutely lovely today. She came out and had breakfast. It was very fun. She is in there busy watching TV, but the two little baby chickens, Sissy and Betty Jan, are running amok right here in my kitchen. So I have to be careful that I remember where I step, and then they'll run back into her room. Now, when they run into her room, Grandma will probably yell out to me. So you might hear Grandma in her room warning me that the little chicks might poo-poo on the carpet. Oh my God. 15 years ago, I was not this woman. I like her better than I like who I was in my 20s or my 30s. About the time I hit my 40s, I got it all together. At least enough that, life is good. And I definitely like myself in the 60s, but boy, do I feel my age. Okay, enough chitter chatter. Okay, enough chitter chatter. Let's get this done. Let's see how much of it we can get done tonight, because I need to pack those boxes and get everything ready to mail. And I do have a package for my little granddaughters who live in Spokane. I want to get that package out too. I finally got that package filled. Wow, you guys are just right underneath my feet. I hope I don't step on one of them while I'm cooking for you guys, because that would not be right. Okay, we are going to make 7-layer bars. I bet all of you have made some variety of these in the past. So the crust is going to be made with graham cracker crumbs and butter. Both of these food bank items. Then on top of that crust, we are going to put 1 cup of chocolate chips. And these are a food bank item. I know you won't believe me, but you saw it in that last food bank, right? Unbelievable. So we've got that. Now, I have gotten coconut before at the food bank, but I have used all of that. And so I had to purchase some coconut. So I did. That's mine. Then I didn't think about it, and I thought I had butterscotch chips, and I don't. Oh, what are we going to do? Are we going to not make them because I don't have the butterscotch chips? No, friend. No, we are going to bake these things. I have a remaining bag from Christmas of Trader Joe's caramel sea salt chips. We're going to use those. We're going to use half a bag. All right, we're going to use half a bag. Then we're going to make some walnut topping. These walnuts are food bank. So about, oh, and I need a can of this. And even though I have gotten these at Food Bank before, now these are mine. Okay, if I ever see them at Food Bank, of course I'm going to grab them up and just feel very, very happy. Probably a little bit selfish, but this is the can that we're going to use. So let's stop with the chit chat, right? You guys aren't here to hear chit chat. You're here to bake. You're here to look at what you got in the food bank and what you're going to make. Not my chit chat. I'm boring, people. I am boring. Few shows ago, you might have heard me fuss and complain because this bad boy wasn't working. I had to chop a bunch of nuts by hand and some breadcrumbs. It wasn't fun. It wasn't working because it was missing this piece. Oh, where was this piece? It was in the bottom of the sink, a soapy sink of dishes. Now, you would think I would have gotten to it within that 24-hour period, but I didn't. I need my husband to come home because he unloads the dishwasher for me all the time. He's glorious. He's wonderful, you guys. I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not saying he doesn't have his days, because he does. He's just like the rest of us. But he's my baby. And we're going to bake him some cookies. So if you've got a baby at home, grab your stuff and make some cookies with me. Or send me a text in comments that says, hey, I baked some cookies for my honey bunny. And tell me what you used that you got at Food Bank. Okay, a package and a half is usually what it takes. So that's what we're going to start with. I'm just going to crumble those up in there. Can you guys see? You don't need to see me now for this. There we go. And I'm going to put half a cup of butter into the microwave to be melted. We'll get that started. And then I have some, there it is. I have some water. I'm really, really thirsty. I might have to go get a soda. Yep, might have to do that. Where are you guys? Over there. Okay. All right, there's going to be some noise. Here we go. And this little thing is the death thing. It's missing some little safety lock, so I always unplug it because I don't want my fingers anywhere near that, because sometimes it just will turn on even if the lid isn't on. And nobody wants to be an old lady with no fingers, okay? Nobody wants that. All right, let's go ahead and put these in. Alrighty. Now we can plug it in. My chickens are right here on the floor. They've been so good today. Oh, I won't be able to talk. Okay, that looks good. Now, please remind me that I am only putting nuts on the one for my uncle. And I'm going to go ahead and, I think, chop a good portion of these. And then I don't have to do it every time. Okay, you're gonna, whoopsie. There we go. All right, here we go. There we go. Let's see if that works. Really? You don't want to do it? Oh, I'm going to have to chop by hand again. Okay. Let me chop up some nuts and I'll come back to you. Okay, I got those walnuts chopped, at least enough for the project that we're working on. The other walnuts sit over here in the thing from you know where. Okay, so here's my crumb crust, and I'll bring you down for this. There we go. And here is the butter. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the crust. So there's the butter. Go on. Shoo, 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 shoo. There we go. Okay. Can you guys see? Yeah, it looks like it can. We'll just get that all nice. I used to make this for like work potlucks all the time. It was so easy to go together. Everybody loved them. Made a nice little dessert, and it took really, truly very little time. This is one of my husband's favorites, so we're gonna, and it mails easily. I'll just wrap it and leave these in the same thing that I make it in. I think I can get 2 of them in his box. If not, he'll just get these and not the lemon bars. Okay, were you able to see that? That's about what it looks like. All right. All right. So I'll do one, and then I'll do the other off camera. So I need about half of these. That is about half. We're just going to get it all spread out nice and thin. And before I stick this in the oven, I will cut off the excess parchment paper. Okay, I'm going to come back to you. Hey, I don't know where this left off at. So I got the crust in, and I put in the chocolate chips and the butterscotch chips and the coconut. I only put walnuts in one pan, and I've been laboriously trying to get this on these. So if the camera cut out, you're not going to see all of that. There's no way for me to redo that for you. Just trying to get the last of this condensed milk on this pan, and hopefully there's footage of it. There might not be. Everything is just a treat around here. Okay, that's good enough. Where are the chicks? They're right there. So I'm going to put these in the oven for about 30 minutes. And while that's in the oven, we're going to do the crust for the lemon bars. Okay? So let me get that in. $7.34. Oh, no. I'm not sure I have powdered sugar. All right, let me stop you and take a look, because without powdered sugar, I don't think I can modify this recipe. All right, hold on. Whew. Took a while, people, but I have some powdered sugar. This powdered sugar is mine. This is not a food bank item. So I don't know about you guys, but in my food banks, finding things like flour sugar, powdered sugar, brown sugar, baking soda, baking powder, those kinds of things are really hard to get at the food bank. You see it during the Christmas time a little bit, and that's where I got mine, but generally not very frequently. They are giving butter quite frequently. I don't think I've gone yet that I haven't received at least 1 cube of butter, and a lot of times I get a 1 pound thing of butter. So that's nice. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and make those lemon bars. Let me get a clean container and we'll get started. This is very easy. The crust for the lemon bars is 2 cubes of melted butter, so 1 cup of melted butter, 1 cup of powdered sugar, and 2 cups of flour. That's all it is. Very easy, quick to go together. There's nothing fancy about these bars. You can make them for a potluck if you go to church and have a potluck, or maybe it's a school potluck, or just you and your friends. This is a lovely thing to make. So, for the crust, the flour and the butter will be food bank, and the powdered sugar will be mine. So I'm going to put this in the microwave. There we go. I'm going to wipe off my hand. Got butter on it. There we go. Sure. I'm going to use my good, well, I don't know if I'm going to use I'll use my food bank eggs because I want to show you what to do with your food bank items. But these are my eggs. Aren't those pretty? I want to get about a dozen. I want to have a dozen on my uncle's last day here so that I can send a dozen eggs home with my uncle that are fresh. Hot in here. You guys should be feeling sorry for me, that's for sure. Okay, butter is melted. I grabbed a measuring cup and the flour. So we're doing good. Okay, so around 8 o'clock, I need to check those cookies. Keep an eye on the time, you guys. Okay, 1 cup of flour. Let's go ahead and get down here. 2 cups of flour. And a cup of powdered sugar. We will also use powdered sugar in the glaze that we put on top of these. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and mix it around. Grab something to do that with. Wouldn't you guys just pass out if I had everything I needed when I started? I wish I did. I always think, Deanna, get everything you need, get it all lined out, make it pretty, don't be kind of a little basket case, but kind of a basket case, people, all the time, all right? All we're hoping for is some cookies to put in the mail. That's our goal. That's all we want. Here we go. Let's get this crust done. Okay. Usually I do this crust in my mixer, so having to do it by hand today. I haven't done it this way in, I don't know, maybe 30 years. Okay, that looks about right. And what we're going to do is we're going to bake this by itself in the pan for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to add our lemon filling. Okay, that feels all right. I'll come back to you because I need to paper 2 more pans and I'll get the crust in and then I'll just show you. Okay? Wow. The camera just continues to cut off. So this is going to be choppy. I won't know until I go to edit it what you see and what you don't see. Not loving it. That's all right. Okay, so we've got 2 cups of sugar. To that, we're going to add 5 eggs. These are food bank eggs. There's 1. Oh, these are big eggs. Look at that. 1, 2. I got it. 3. 4. Oh, that was a double yolk. And 5. Okay. Going to add a little bit of salt. About that much. I don't measure my lemon. Been making this recipe for about 30 years. And I like it very tart, and so does my husband. So I add a lot of lemon. So we're going to call that good. And then what else? Oh, a little bit of vanilla. I don't think vanilla was in the original recipe, but I like it. There we go. Okay, let's get that mixed up. We'll start with a fork. Can you guys see? All right. Now, when my things come, I'll have my KitchenAid mixer. I'll have all of my cooking utensils. I'll have mixing bowls. I'll have all that good stuff. I'll have some pretty Fiestaware dishes to show you the food on. And it'll look so much better than my paper plates. But that's just the way it is. Okay, I'm going to taste this filling. Some of you are going to say, oh my God, there's raw eggs in there. That's okay. For me, it might not be okay for you, but it is okay for me. I want to taste the level of lemon. Can you guys see okay? Okay. All right, let's see what we think. It's that much, people. It's not enough to do anything. The vanilla and the lemon, it's so nice. I'm going to add just a little bit more. There we go. And I'll go wash my spoon because I am giving this to somebody other than Addie and Grandma. All right, let's check it. Again, it's just that much, people. Yeah, that tastes good. Okay, so we have done everything we can do for the lemon bars at this point. I need that to come out of the oven. Then I can put those crusts in for 15 to 20. Then we add the filling and it bakes for another 20, 25. Then it cools and I make a lemon powdered sugar glaze, very thin, a little bit of butter on top, and it's delicious. So let me turn you off here. Let me clean up this mess. Let me get a little more organized, and we'll see if we're going to do the browned butter chocolate chip cookies. All right, we'll see. Okay, I have unloaded the dishwasher. Woo-hoo. Confetti needs to fall from the kitchen when I do that, right? Trumpets need to sound. Some acknowledgement that I have unloaded the dishwasher would be lovely. So I unload the dishwasher. I filled the dishwasher with my dishes. I still have a couple of dishes in the sink. Worry about that tomorrow. I did my brown butter. I wanted to do that online for you guys so you could see the brown butter, but I needed to get stuff done. So I'm going to finish the lemon bars, and then we're going to make those brown butter chocolate chip cookies. So I'm going to flip you down here, and we're going to finish the lemon bars, I think. All right, right here. So I have 2 crusts, and they're just a little bit on the crispy. And I'm going to add my lemon filling. So let me mix it up again because it's been sitting here a little bit. You guys see that? All my good utensils are in the dishwasher. All right, I'm going to be okay with this. We're going to do half in here and half in here. And it looks like a little bit more can go in here. And I'm going to put this back in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. Okay? Get. I don't want to open my oven while the chickens are in here. Go on, get. They're actually ready to go to bed. So, we'll see what they do. All right. Whoops, do I have that? Okay, I'm going to put those in the oven. And we will come back to those in about 30 minutes, okay? Now, the brown butter, let's see how I'm going to mix that up. I think I'm going to have to go wash a bowl. Let me go do that. All right, we are now going to start the brown butter. So I did this offline for you guys, but I'm going to show you the color of the butter. Try to look underneath the foam and you can see that the butter has browned. You want a nice rich brown, and there'll be some sediment in that butter. Can you see that? All right, we're going to start with that. And all of my mixing stuff is in the dishwasher, so this is going to be an adventure. Okay, clean bowl, clean hands, 1 cup of browned butter. Can you see the sediment there? We want that. That's where that caramely flavor is. It smells really rich, you guys. We're going to add 2 eggs. We're going to pick the shell out. There we go. I'm going to add the other one. Perfect. We're going to add some salt while I'm thinking about it right there. Let me grab the baking soda while I'm thinking about it. Probably need a spoon for that. All right, we'll come back for that in a second. I'm going to add brown sugar and sugar. But here we go. I'm going to add just a half a cup. Let's see, when you make the recipe, it's 3/4 and 3/4 of brown sugar and sugar. I like to do mostly brown sugar, so that would be 1 1/2. So I'm going to add a half a cup of white sugar, and then I'm going to add a full cup of brown sugar. I just like the way that tastes better. Let's see. I find this problem often in my very small kitchen. Oh, here's some. We'll use this. The brown sugar, this brown sugar is a food bank item. When I buy brown sugar, I buy dark brown sugar. You guys see? Probably gonna make a mess. But at this point, I just want to be done. Hanging out with you guys is very fun, but actually I feel tired and I feel like I might sleep tonight. So there's a cup of brown sugar. And I need, I'm not gonna look for a spoon. I need about a teaspoon of baking soda. We'll call that a teaspoon. And let me think this through. Vanilla. Did I put vanilla in already? I don't think so. If I did, a little more isn't gonna hurt. There we go. Now let me think about this. Butter, sugar, eggs, brown sugar, vanilla, salt, and soda. I believe that's everything we need except the flour. And I've got to mix it with a fork. That's all right. And my beaters are in the dishwasher. You know, I hate that dishwasher. I hate to unload it. I'd rather wash dishes by hand if I had the counter space than unload the dishwasher. Now you can see how gorgeous that is, right? And it smells so caramely. That's nice. Now to that, I'm going to add 2.5 cups of flour. There's one. Significantly short of 2. Gonna put you on hold. Okay, I found flour and I added the rest of the flour into this bowl. So I have 2.5 cups of flour. We're going to go ahead and mix that in. I think hand stirring with a fork should count as aerobic exercise. If you're on Weight Watchers, you should get an extra point or 2 for it. Okay, you can see it like that. And while we're mixing, we're going to go ahead and add our chocolate chips. A single recipe calls for a whole bag. So we're going to use our half bag, the last half bag of the chocolate chips from the food bank. And we're going to use the other half bag right here. The other half bag of the salted caramel chips. Okay, we're going to get those used up. So let's make those in. And I think I'll add walnuts to this because I still have time to make another batch for my uncle before he comes. And I can leave the nuts out of that.
Yuck.
Yuck what, Grandma?
Walnuts are icky.
Walnuts are icky?
Yeah.
Woo! Walnuts are icky, people. Walnuts are icky.
Yeah.
Well, Grandma, you eat plenty of walnuts in my baking.
I tried to avoid walnuts, but it was possible, and I
The woman has hearing like a bat. So I've said it before. If you want to talk smack about Grandma, you need to cross a state line or she will hear you. So I don't know if you heard. She has very clearly from her bedroom stated that walnuts are very icky, although she's eaten them in so many cookies that I have baked. Then she said peanuts or cashews would be acceptable. Now she's adorable. I do not have peanuts and I do not have cashews, but because she stopped me in time, I am not going to put walnuts in these, okay? I want Grandma to enjoy them as much as anybody else. So we are going to not put the walnuts in this dough. Yum, she says. This dough is very, very soft. Okay, it's super soft. So I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for an hour. I'm going to roll it into balls. I'm going to roll those balls into sugar and I'm going to bake at 350 for about 12 to 15 minutes, depending on whatever this oven takes. I don't know that I will bring you along for that. I will certainly show you the finished product, only because I know this video is getting very long. Now I am going to stop here. I will add a clip about I'll show you something of all three of the finished products, okay? And then that'll be it. But you guys have been lovely. I hope you had some fun. Remember that going to the food bank does not stop you from baking some of your favorite things. You may have a couple of the ingredients, you may have most of the ingredients, you may only have 1 or 2 ingredients. But you can pick things up along the way. For most of us, that's what we do, and that's how we're able to make goodies for the people that we love. All right, you guys, I will see you when I have all finished products to show you. All right, bye-bye. All right, this is where we're leaving it tonight. We have 2 pans of the 7-layer bars, and those look perfect to me. Quite happy with those. Those will be good. Then I have 2 pans of the lemon bars, and those need a lemon glaze, and I will put those on in the morning. That's done. And then I have these. So I rolled those into balls. They're very soft, and then I rolled them in sugar, and I'm going to put them in the refrigerator, and I will bake these in the morning. I will try to get another picture in the morning of these finished and the lemon bars with the glaze on them. But you know me, there is a very good chance that that may or may not happen. All right, so I got most of my kitchen counters clean. There's my eating eggs. There's some eggs in the incubator. I'm not going to show you the floors because they're messy. Dishwasher's running, and I still have half a load of dishes to do. I probably won't do that till morning. Okay, you guys, I'll try to catch up with you in the morning. Ta-ta. Grandma, is it okay if I video your night-night?
But of course.
Okay, I'm going to come in a little bit closer. There she is. Grandma's all tucked in, nice and sweet. She's got her nice flannel sheets, her blue blanket. I need to empty that, and then I sanitize it really good, and then we use it for a bed rail right there. So, Grandma, what was the best part of your day?
Everything.
Everything. You know what the best part of my day was?
I'm afraid to ask.
You need to be afraid. Very afraid. My favorite part of the day was you chiming in about the walnuts. That was so funny.
Oh, my.
That was a riot. Did you enjoy the little chickens in your room?
Of course.
And you had your snack tonight? What did you have for snack?
Oh, dear me. I don't know. I didn't think of this.
You need some help? You had a Snickers ice cream bar.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
You had a
That's all I
Snickers
have.
ice cream bar. So she's had that box since October. It has 12 bars in it. She only gets them once in a while. So
Yum.
that was a pretty
We
nice
can have
treat.
them more often.
We need to have them more often. Yeah, she's saying that because she knows you guys are here and her chances are good.
Yes, yes.
All right, Grandma, I'm going to say goodnight.
Good
The chickens are going to go to bed, and I'm also going to go to bed.
Okay.
So I will see you in the morning, okay?
Yes, good luck with the chicken.
Oh, of course. All right. Night-night, Grandma.
Night-night.
Good morning, everybody. I have not yet had coffee, so this is going to be quick and fast. I did get the glaze on my lemon bars. It's approximately a tablespoon of butter, a cup of powdered sugar, and enough lemon juice to get it the consistency that you want. So I'm showing this now because I've got to put these in the freezer so I can pack them up and get them ready for the package. And then over here, I have the cookies ready to go in the oven. I'm going to let them sit for a little bit, and then I'll stick them in the oven. And then I'll come back and show you those when they're baked, and then we're all done. All right, it is Tuesday, I believe, the 20th. So have a great day, you guys. And here are the cookies. They turned out absolutely beautiful. I sampled one, and Grandma sampled one, and we think they're lovely. So I will let these cool, and then I will go ahead and get them in a box.